Hi everybody, I'm Gary Schneider of Santa Fe Senior Fit. Today we're going to be looking at 10 of the best hip exercises you can perform, 5 for stretching and 5 for strengthening. Building strength in the glutes, hip rotators, and stabilizing muscles gives your pelvis and spine a solid foundation, helping your lower back move better and feel better. In fact, hip strengthening is one of the most effective ways to reduce and prevent lower back pain long term, and to help lower the risk of fracturing a hip by improving bone density and strength. Sitting for much of the day, as many seniors do, contributes to tight hip flexors. In addition, a sedentary lifestyle is associated with weaknesses in hip muscles, not just the hip flexors, but also the muscles that oppose them, such as the glutes, hamstrings, and abductors. So what are hip flexors? The hip flexors are a group of 5 muscles responsible for flexing the hip, bringing the leg upward toward the body. The primary hip flexors are the psoas major and the iliacus, which collectively are often called the iliopsoas. The iliopsoas works to stabilize the trunk during activities such as lifting, pushing, and pulling. The iliopsoas also draws the knees toward the chest. An example of this is swinging your leg forward when running and when performing kicking movements in sports, such as soccer. But first, you need to know, do I need to stretch them or strengthen them? There is a difference, and doing the wrong one for you could make your situation worse. Are your hip flexors tight or just weak? You need to know so you can perform the right exercises. If they are tight, you need to stretch them. If they are just weak, you need to strengthen them, along with the glutes, hamstrings, abductors, and adductors to balance out hip mobility and positioning of the pelvis. To test if you have tightness in your hips, there is a quick test you can do called the Thomas test. Lay back on a bench, box, or you can even perform this on your bed. Here you extend your legs over the box and pull one knee up to your chest with the other leg extended out. If your back comes off the box and your extended leg lifts up, or you can't go down to 90 degrees with the extended leg, you have a tightness, and therefore you need to stretch your hips. To test if you have a weakness in your hips, there is a test as well you can perform. Here you stand tall and raise one knee to your chest above your hip and then let go with your hands. If you can't hold that knee above your hip and it drops to 90 degrees or more, you have a weakness. So it's very important you know which you have so you know whether you need to stretch or strengthen your hips. Again, if it's tight, you need stretching exercises, and if weak, you need strengthening exercises. So, to avoid busting a hip when you're busting a move or when you're just simply walking, here are 10 great hip flexor exercises, 5 stretching and 5 strengthening exercises to keep you strong and flexible and maximize your hip mobility. So let's get those hips fit, better, and at your best. Let's get started. First, we'll address tightness and look at some stretches you can perform which are meant to increase range of motion. The first one is the kneeling hip flexor stretch. Hip flexor stretches are simple exercises that stretch and lengthen the muscles in front of the hip. Doing these regularly will relieve tightness, increase flexibility, and improve range of motion in your hips. Hip flexors, which work together, flex and stabilize your hip and pull your thigh and torso together when you walk, run, sit, or stand. Here you want to kneel on one knee with the other leg out in front of you and then stretch forward and hold for about 5 seconds. Then you'll come back up. You want to perform about 3 reps for each side. Next is the knee to chest stretch. You can perform this standing or lying down. Here I'll lay back and take one knee with both hands and stretch it up to my chest and hold for about 5 seconds. You'll feel a good stretch in your hip. While performing this, keep the other leg extended straight out on the ground, and you'll want to perform 3 reps for each side. Moving on is the 90-90 stretch. The 90-90 stretch is a hip mobility exercise that targets the muscles around the hip joint. It involves sitting on the floor with one leg bent at a 90-degree angle in front of the body and the other leg bent at a 90-degree angle to the side or slightly behind you. It improves hip mobility by stretching the hip flexors, your glutes, and piriformis muscles, which can improve range of motion in the hips. It reduces tightness in the hips and strengthens the core by engaging the core muscles to stabilize the body during the stretch, which can help alleviate hip pain. To perform this exercise, get in position with both legs at a 90-degree angle, but don't lean your body to the side. You want to keep it straight and tall. Lean your shoulders forward with your head looking ahead and tilt your tailbone up as you go forward, but don't hunch over. Keep those shoulders going forward, otherwise you're just stretching your back, not your hips. Here you're going to lean forward with those shoulders and then come back up and then repeat. You're going to probably want to perform at least 5 reps for each side. Next is the one-legged ball squat. This is one of my favorite stretching exercises for the hips. Plus it works your thighs and your glutes. Here you place one foot behind you on a ball, extended back, and you're going to squat down while stretching the back leg back on the ball, really as far as you can. You probably need to hold on to something to give you some added balance. But here you really want to stretch back as far as you can, and then you'll raise back up from the squat. Here, perform 5 reps on each side. For a final stretching exercise is the box rope. This exercise you'll need some rope if you have some, and you're going to want to strap it around 2 poles at a height you're comfortable with. So you'll probably need to do this at a gym where you have a rack and you can hook the rope to each pole. But here you're going to be stepping over the rope laterally, one leg at a time, and bring the second leg over as well. And then you're just going to go back and forth stepping over the rope. It's a great stretching exercise for the hips, and as you progress you can raise the rope. Here I'd perform stepping over the rope laterally 8 to 10 times. Now we're going to look at exercises to improve any weakness in your hips. Here we need to strengthen them. The first exercise, we're going to use a resistance band to perform hip abduction exercises by doing a front abduction, a lateral abduction, and then another lateral abduction with the outside foot. Here you want to place a band around one ankle and stand tall a few feet from the pole with hands on hips and extend one leg forward, stretching out, and then bring it back. To perform this laterally, turn sideways and repeat the movement. But make sure you're standing tall and not bending the knee. Then turn again and repeat the movement, crossing one leg in front of the other. Here you want to perform 5 reps for each movement. Next are multi-plantar lunges. Lunges work the psoas major and iliacus muscles and are great for strengthening the hip muscles, plus working the thighs, glutes, and hamstrings. You can perform this with or without dumbbells. Here you have 3 movements in 3 different planes of motion to really work those hips. The first one, the sagittal plane, which is forward, the frontal plane, which is lateral, and the transverse plane, which is rotational. In these movements, don't lean over. Keep your back straight and extend out as far as you can, and try to touch that back knee to the ground as you're performing these. I would perform 5 reps in each plane of motion. Now moving on to mountain climbers. In this exercise, you can use a chair or the floor. Get it in a plank position and keep your back straight with your hips, knees, and feet in line with each other. And here you're going to bring your knees in rotation to your chest. You're going to be climbing. Try to use a good pace, but not too fast and not too slow. Try to go for at least 15 to 20 seconds and then progress from there. Now to the psoas hold. This is a little bit similar to the knee to chest raise where you're using your hands to bring it up, but here you're not using your hands, and you're going to raise one leg up with that knee coming above your hip and holding it. And you want to hold this pose for about 15 to 30 seconds while balancing on your supporting leg. And then slowly lower your leg and repeat the other side. And engage your core throughout the exercise to maintain stability. I would perform 5 times on each side. For the last strengthening exercise is the one-legged cone raise. You'll need some cones to perform this exercise. Here, place the cones in a semicircle in front of you, spaced about 1.5 feet apart. Sit down with your legs in front of you, then raise one leg over a cone, back down, then to the next cone, raised over, and then back down, and then to the next cone. And then repeat that movement coming back over each cone. I would perform 5 times for each side. You want to work those hips, keep them strong and mobile, but know which exercises to perform for either strengthening or improving any weakness. Hope these exercises help improve your hips and help you with mobility and any lower back pain. I'm available for personal training, which you can book online, and check out more of my videos for seniors at SantaFeSeniorFit.com. You can also watch my videos on my YouTube channel at youtube.com/at Santa Fe Senior Fit. And coming soon, I will launch my Santa Fe Senior Fit app in the Apple Store, so keep an eye out for that. Thanks, and God bless.